Do 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 do.
God Daddy's in the building. Broadcasting live from many parts unknown. Joining me as always on the sticks, he's that bad dad of COD. You might know him as Muscle V, but we know him as Dixie.
Yo, yo.
And our associate producer and head of sales, he's the scariest Jew in Juville, Boo Radley.
The more you boo.
And our executive producer, the man that shirts have forgotten. He is the Pants Man.
So excited that we're back doing this, guys.
Oh, yeah. And I am your king of COD. I am Jeeves, so you can feel free to ask me anything. This is Call of Daddy 2. We're back after an extended hiatus. We're talking heat waves and anything heating up. But before we get into that, Muscle V, why don't you remind us what happened on our last episode?
Last time on COD Daddies, our heroes went on spring break. Spring break 22. Yeah. Continuing Wrath score stands as follows.
I thought that was the whole thing. I was going to be very mad at you.
The scores are from our last episode. I 45, Chiefs has 40, and Hot Soup has 7. That's what we got today.
Correction, I am very mad at you. All right, you know what? I guess there's no reason to look into the past. As you guys know, we're starting season 2 of Call of Daddy 2, so super exciting.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it's season 2. I didn't tell you guys, but why not?
Okay.
So we're having a whole new flavor to the show. That's why you guys don't have to do awards tonight.
Well, it's also why we didn't prep anything. So
that's right. It's the all new us. Everything's fresh. Everything's hot off the table. It's farm to fresh. But
farm to fresh, is that the phrase?
That's what we're going with. Yeah, it's our tagline for season 2.
Oof, gonna be a rough season.
No. People love that stuff.
I think you meant farm to table, but okay.
What'd I say?
You said farm to fresh.
And what'd you say?
Let's move on.
Yeah, before we get into anything, I'm trying to think how much time we should spend on how mad I am at Muscle V. Not about the recap. I am mad about that, but about your stupid trip and how it went, I think, flawlessly.
Except for the last, let's say, hour of the car ride home. But yeah.
Of your like 400-hour car ride, at 12 minutes of it went bad. I feel horrible for you.
Yeah, my son ended up crying, and he wasn't very happy for the last like 30 minutes, but for the last like hour and a half, he was a little fussy.
We drove somewhere for 20 minutes, or I guess it was 30 minutes, and my daughter cried for, I think, 18 of it. So you can piss right off forever.
Yeah, wasn't bad for 11+ hour drive.
Oh my God. Well, I guess we're glad you survived, that you're intact. That's good.
Spring
Again.
break 22. Yeah.
Super upsetting. But yeah, so for anyone that missed us last week, we were on hiatus. The hackers, we thought we'd lay low so we could throw them off our scent. And so naturally, Muscle V had to flee his state. It was the only way that he couldn't get sick. But it worked. So we're back. We're kicking things off. If you didn't, though, check out our last episode, Easter was a banger. I think one of my favorite episodes we've ever done. So go back and check it out. It was about a month ago at this point, but yeah. Today, though, we are talking heat waves. Yeah, do you guys like the heat? You big heat fans?
I prefer the
Decidedly no.
Oh man. Everyone ready to talk heat. Okay. That's good.
Let's do a song.
What?
Heat waves got me chipping it out. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know the song.
Well, you're making it up, so why don't? What do you mean you don't know the words?
It's Heat Waves by what's the artist?
No one, because you made it up.
Give me 1 second. I don't want to play it because I don't want to have to play the rights for it.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. It would be really bad to pay for the rights of a song that doesn't exist.
Glass Animals.
That's not a band. That's just not even
a...
No, it isn't.
Glass Animals, if you would like to sponsor us, please get in contact with me.
Yeah, and if you want to prove that you're real, please send me your music. I have no idea who you are. This song's not real. Can you do your best impression of it for real?
Heat waves got me tripping in and out. Oh, sorry.
Luckily, we're not
Did you
gonna
fall
get screwed.
asleep while you were
'Cause-
doing that?
Did you hear my music through it? When I just did that?
What?
I heard you humming. Is that what you mean?
No. I actually hit play. I wasn't sure if it came through the podcast.
Are you,
It did not.
are you talking about you singing? Are you pretending like you hit play?
No, I'm about to send it to you guys.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, so you don't have to worry about getting sued or anything.
I had no idea. My microphone fell off the table, so I had to go collect it while you were singing. So thank you for that. I
Well,
assumed
in that case,
it
it
was
was
horrible.
beautiful.
So anyway, we are talking heat waves because it's something super prevalent in my life right now. I don't know if we talked at the beginning of the show about all of my HVAC issues, but I can't figure out how to not have my second floor being an absolute inferno. It was 77 degrees yesterday at one point in my bedroom.
Were you complaining when I was at your house that it was so cold in the upstairs?
Yes, so you were over what, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, not that long.
Yeah, so I went from like a literal ice box to actual just being on fire, and it's at night. It's been horrible.
Huh.
Losing my mind. But don't worry, I'm gonna basically have a parade of people in and out of my house until we figure out what the fuck's going on. It's already driving me crazy. It's the first hint of summer, and I'm already like melted. After
It wasn't-
freezing.
It's wild. I mean, I'm on a third floor, and you must have had more heat than us because where I'm living, it was very nice over the weekend, but it was I think my apartment maxed out without any air conditioning on at like
What?
75 degrees.
Without AC. There's
Wait, what?
what? Oh my god. We I think at one point it did get up to like 90 here.
Oh wow! Yeah, our high was like 78.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
It was lovely.
I feel like even when it's 70, like it's perfect temperature outside, I rarely can turn off the HVAC system though.
Because you don't know how.
I don't know how to operate it, but I do know how to turn it on and off. I don't know what on does for me, but I know how to turn it completely off, and it's still bad. Basically, any temperature setting I try to do, off, on, hot, cold, doesn't matter. I'm just miserable, whatever it is. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
Are you going through menopause?
It doesn't really explain the cold, I don't think. Does it?
Dude!
I mean, I know less about menopause than probably all of you even.
Why do you think that?
You have the only woman in my entire life is my mother. Like I don't have any other woman.
Did she not
That's
teach you
someone
about
who-
menopause?
She's probably close to menopause age.
Oh, I think she's past it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, why?
When is menopause age? Isn't it like your 50s?
I honestly only can go off of the one that 70 show
Yeah.
episode to reference it.
This is such a bad This is such a bad topic for the three of us. The four of
What,
us. in this
what are you talking? The whole topic of this entire episode is heat waves.
It's heat waves.
So
yeah.
I think it was inevitable it was going to hit on menopause.
It was just code for menopause. This was going to be the menopause episode.
I feel like if there was one episode where we invited someone who identifies as female, it should have been this episode.
No, that's what we got muscle. V for.
Oh,
It's
you
just
wait.
gonna
Yeah, I was
explore-
gonna say that because you want us to mansplain it to a woman. Is that what you're saying?
So we can get someone who identifies as female's perspective.
I don't. Did they?
Why
did
would we
the-
need that for this? We're talking about menopause.
also
It's got
look at-
men in the name.
No, they're putting men on pause. I think is why it's called that.
Oh, they'd like to.
Yeah. It's like give me a break from the men for like a couple of years.
Wait, was that hesitation you asking whether menopause is something that lasts 2 years? Is what that was?
Yeah, I guess. I honestly I don't know the time frame. Again, it was one episode of That 70s Show. I don't know what that equates to in years.
Well, every season was a year, right? But
Okay,
somehow
so
that show started in 78 but ended in like 1980.
yeah,
It was on for 8 years.
there was definitely like 7 Christmas episodes. But okay, so that means it was probably only a couple of weeks of menopause then.
I mean,
sounds
that's
like
just science. That's just science and math. That's all that is.
that sounds like it checks out. You won't believe this, but the Ask Jeeves database has nothing on menopause.
Absolutely nothing. That's
Not
unbelievable.
not a single entry.
That's scary for lots of reasons.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we got rated. I don't know.
In 1999,
Okay. Well, anyway, so I tested you guys. We dropped awards for season 2. Although I probably will have you guys give a couple awards here and there. But instead I want our viewership to know, what's hip, what's trending, especially in our lives, and especially if it's causing you a problem. So, like for instance, so this is a segment I'm calling Trending Up, and for instance, heat is trending up in my life. It's basically unavoidable, which is again why the episode's Heat Wave. But another thing, since I've talked about that enough, another thing that's trending up in my life, really peculiar this week, opening a beer but not finishing it, and in fact sometimes not even touching it, which is super unusual for me historically. You
Sometimes
guys-
I've seen you finish a beer in like a single gulp.
yeah, absolutely. If we're like leaving, I will go out of my way to finish a beer.
I've seen you. It is so disturbing to me. I've seen you unhinge your jaw like a goddamn snake to finish a beer in 2 seconds flat, and it unnerves me every time I see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even just like beer. I typically will finish anything that's put in front of me, but beer is a favorite. So it's been really, really confusing trend. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what our viewership can do with that information, but I figured that they would want to know.
They're grateful.
So, Pants Man, you've hit on mine. How about you? What's trending up in your life?
Well, I guess I'm slightly thrown up. But the thing I was going to say, and I guess I will say it because it's all I've got. But
If it's finishing beers, I'm going to be completely thrown
oh
off.
gosh. Well, no, I mean, it sounded like we're supposed to be mad at something, but I'm not mad at something.
No, it could be something you're mad at. It could be something that keeps showing up and you just like can't escape it. Absolutely.
No, but I'm saying mine is not bad. It's a good thing.
No, that's good too. That works as well.
So for me, I gotta say, as the weather's gotten nicer, socialization, like actually being around human beings in the world,
Yeah.
that has been going up for me. So I've had more and more invitations to meet people and do things. There have been more activities worth going to. And there's just generally been a lot more actually living a life again, both in terms of the pandemic being much more calm and the weather just cooperating.
Yeah, that's
like this weekend, for instance. Like this weekend, I like on a normal weekend through the last 6 months, I would say at most I typically would do like a thing, maybe with a person. Whereas this weekend I had some drinks with my neighbors before going out for drinks with some friends. And the next day I went to a museum with a group of us before getting burritos. It was a lot of things. And that is not a long list. I know that didn't sound like a long list or a crazy list of things. But again, my batting average is much lower. That this seemed like an absolutely packed weekend full of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, pre-COVID, that's not the craziest of weekends, but post-COVID, yeah, that's you're bumping. That's a lot going on. Well, good for you, buddy. That's exciting. How about you, Boo? Is that a big weekend for you, or is that a regular or even below average weekend for you nowadays?
That all really all depends on the weekend. I feel like sometimes even now I'm like very, very busy with things, or I just have nothing going on. And if I have a lot going on, that's when other people will invite me to things, and I'm already busy. And then when I have nothing going on, no one invites me to anything.
Okay, but what would you say the
Do you think
what would-
that's a conspiracy? Do you think that that's a plan? Like, oh, hey, I hear he's got plans. Let's all invite him to something so we don't have to actually be around him.
First off, we all know that my whole life, I'm like the Truman Show. It's all planned. I'm just a member of the TV show.
yeah, we weren't going to tell you till you're 50,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's the Boo Show.
I mean, I got 48 more years. Well, that's not that bad, doesn't it?
Yeah, you think you want the audience to think you're 2 years old?
So this segment, I didn't. I'm not. So I didn't realize that this segment was about us. Like I just thought it was trending up, and I was just going
It
to
can be. It can be what's going on in pop culture. It doesn't have to be just about you.
Can I go with a controversial pick? Then?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I'm going to support my fellow Jew, the newest owner of Twitter, and go with Elon Musk.
Oh,
You
Is he
literally,
Jewish?
you literally just stole mine.
Ha!
Yeah, I figured someone was going to say him. He's a great Jew, and he just bought.
is he a
Twitter.
great? Well, how about first of all, what's trending up is terrible negotiating. He just got worked on the national stage.
I think he has plenty of money. He's not concerned.
I mean,
You
he's still got.
understand? You understand why he bought it, right?
I'd probably say he can implement censorship. He's the worst.
No, well, yes, at the end of the day, yes, but he's doing it because he felt like Twitter was too stringent in their rules, so he wants people to be able to share whatever they want to,
Yeah,
as long as
absolutely.
it's not,
Yeah.
long as it's not bad about any of his companies.
Yeah, Tesla,
Right. With that
SpaceX,
very clear
him.
caveat.
Yeah.
The second someone says something bad about him, they're getting instant ban.
Well, no,
He'll be doing
as
it himself.
starting tomorrow, Twitter, you're not allowed to post anything about Tesla. It will not post.
Oh, really?
I honestly
No,
don't know
just
if it's
kidding.
true or not. That could easily have been true.
I was gonna say that sounds hilarious.
I just got
Try it. Okay, so our viewership, go ahead and try it. Post the worst thing you can think about one of Elon's companies and see if you get banned. I don't know. When does he officially take over? Maybe he hasn't taken over yet.
Well, I don't think he didn't actually, he bought like 10% or something, right?
No, he
No.
bought it.
Yeah, he
Today-
bought Twitter.
today.
Yeah, it closed.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that in the news.
He originally became the majority shareholder, and then they wouldn't let him on their board. He's like, okay, well, I'll just buy you. And then they're like, no. And he's like, okay, but I will buy you. And they're
Yeah.
like, okay.
He's like, I will give you all the money.
So like,
He
great.
will be mine.
What should be trending is that this has got to be the first time that Twitter has made any money whatsoever, right?
I have no idea.
Historically,
Yeah.
they have not figured out how to monetize
No, they have not.
until selling to Elon. Well, anyway, that was a good one. Muscle V, you have to pick a new one. What do you got for us?
So my new one is gonna be what's trending up is gonna be my vacations. Now that I know that my son is
Oh
a
my
good
God.
traveler, he's good at
I hate you
restaurants.
so much.
He's good at pretty much everything related to vacations. I'm gonna plan more vacations.
Everything you described made me absolutely furious.
In fact, I already planned one for December.
Of course he did.
What was the most surprising thing to you for how he handled the trip?
That he literally slept from. We left at 4 a.m. that Saturday. He slept until we got there
Yeah,
at like 3 o'clock
you know what?
in the afternoon.
Boo. No, that's not even that crazy. Boo, Pants Man. You guys are basically doctors. Tell him about the ride home. Tell me if this sounds right.
Yeah, the ride home, we left at 9. So he got a full night's sleep. Woke up around 6:30. He was talking. We packed up, got in the car.
Sorry,
around-
he was talking?
Yeah, he talks to
No,
himself
no,
at like 6:30 in the morning.
Like full sentences?
Yeah,
He was doing a little Shakespeare.
yeah.
He talks much better than Muscle V does.
So we left at
Badly.
9:30. He fell asleep like immediately. We stopped at noon to get lunch. That was a disaster. So that took us like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Okay, this is a disaster, but nothing to do with the baby. It's infuriating.
Yeah. It was a
What was the disaster?
bad Wendy's experience.
Explain it.
So the
Wait, does that just mean a Wendy's experience?
So we went to Wendy's because it was a stop. There was like Wendy's, Arby's, a bunch of other stuff there. So we're like, let's go to Wendy's. We'll feed my son, and then we'll also get food, and then we'll just leave. So we go there, and my wife is getting things ready for my son. I go get in line, and the person behind the counter is like threatening to leave. The
At
person,
you or
no. There was like
I
six
think it's
people in front of me.
at the ether. I think.
The person at the counter ordering was holding a dog.
Wait, she wasn't threatening to the customers to leave, was she? Or
No.
he?
She was telling her people in the back that she's about to quit
Yeah,
in
okay.
front of everybody
That'd be a
else.
really funny thing to tell a customer. Like, your order's insane. I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, but this lady who was holding this dog was ordering. She ordered like I was like 3 burgers, and she said she wants one Dave single with no cheese, plain. Like she said, I want one cheeseburger plain, and then she ordered like something else. And then when she looked at the little computer to like pay for it, she's like, "Well, this says it wrong." And the lady's like, "Well, what's wrong?" She goes, "Well, I didn't want cheese on my Dave single." She's like, "Well, there's no cheese on it." She's like, "Well, it doesn't say no cheese." She literally made the biggest deal about like this plain burger for like literally over 10 minutes. And
Wait, you're
then
saying that the cashier was making the big deal about it?
no, the lady holding the dog was refusing to pay until the screen showed it right.
I think that's okay. I don't. If you don't want cheese and you get cheese, that could be a
well,
bummer.
I wasn't there, but I did the woman at the counter say like, I know it doesn't say no cheese, but I assure you we're not gonna put cheese on your sandwich. Like, did she reassure her, or she just like it's fine?
No, she said it's not gonna have cheese on it. She's like, I put no cheese. You may not see it there, but I put no cheese. She's like,
Okay.
well, I'm not seeing this right. I said I want a plain burger, and this doesn't say a plain burger. So so
Real quick though, do you trust the Wendy's employee who's clearly had it? Because I don't.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
trust
sure
I
I don't trust
cheese
I
is fine
don't,
on
anybody.
that
but
burger.
also I don't trust the employee, but also like I feel like as a customer, I mean, be real. Like if they say if you catch them in something being wrong and they reassure you, like, I know it looks wrong, but trust me, it's fine. Like you accept it, and then when it's inevitably wrong, then you become the asshole.
Yeah.
Also,
It's- well,
I
there was a long line at this. I got sniper kill by the
yeah, I
way.
saw.
There was a long line at this, but like you don't have time to go back.
Yeah, and also I haven't been inside like a fast food restaurant in a while, but I don't remember those screens showing like what you ordered. I remember it just being like
Oh,
a little thing that you
What's
pay, right?
what screen is this? Because it depends.
I, I didn't look, but I thought it was like one of like the it literally was a credit card machine that you put your card in.
yeah. No, I swear, I
Those
mean,
are new, right? Like I've seen this very recently.
I would like to implement a little bit of old man pants man.
Yes, please.
By saying that where I come from in my day, you would go to the fast food counter, you would order your food, and you wouldn't even get a receipt. You just trust that whatever you told them they heard right. And they never did, but you were satisfied because it was a fast food burger and you knew what you were getting.
When
Yeah.
did you become oldest man, pants man? That was aggressive. Like they didn't even have receipts back in my day.
I don't even know if that's true. I just never collected a receipt, but
Anyway, continue with your trip because this is again, this should be devastating, right? This is an insane Wendy's experience already that should be destroying your child.
So, well, at this point, my wife's kind of feeding him a little bit, and I'm still like at the front counter waiting. So, it must have been over 10 minutes of them arguing. The lady that works for Wendy's went to the back to start like packing up one of the meals or whatever, and she's like, "This is gonna be how much you pay. Just put your credit card in. We're good to go." So she goes to the bag, starts putting fries in the bag or whatever. The lady with the dog gets her credit card out, looks at the machine, and goes, "Fuck this shit," puts her credit card back into her wallet, and walks out the door.
after everything was settled,
After everything
I,
was settled, she said, "Fuck this shit," and left.
I love Lady with the Dog. She's my favorite character in your life right now.
I love her for the drama she's provided. I hate her as a person. She's my least favorite.
We're getting Muscle V's. There's a good chance that she was just wronged outly. Like I don't know.
That's true. There are some key details, like the Wendy's counter lady like smacked her that he just didn't think was relevant
So
to tell us.
I wasn't there when she originally placed the order. I walked up when she was arguing about this thing on the screen not showing correctly, even though it may or may not have been correct. I don't know.
Yeah, like for all you know, she was here last week and the same thing happened. She's like, "No, I know that I'm gonna get cheese on my sandwich. I don't want to do this again.
yeah, I have no clue.
I have a dog, damn it."
So she leaves, and then the lady comes back, and she's like, "Where the hell did she go?" And people are like, "Oh, she left." She's like, "Okay." So there's two other people standing to the side waiting for their food. They bring out like two big bags of food, and the one lady whose food it was goes up, looks at it, and she goes, "We're missing a fry and a sandwich." And the lady's like, "No, you're not." And she's like, "Yeah, clearly I am." So she starts showing her the receipt, and clearly
Oh
there's
my
food
God.
missing.
See, the counter lady is horrible.
Yeah, so at this point, the people in front of me, there was one girl, and there was, I'm pretty sure it was people traveling together. There's like 4 or 5 of them. So the group that was traveling together is like, fuck this shit. So they peace out. And I'm sitting here like, maybe I should be peacing out too. But
There's
like,
an Arby's on deck.
I know. But like, I'm like, my wife's feeding my son. I don't really want to like disturb that.
What do you mean disturb that? What is that?
Like he's eating. Like I don't want to like have to have him stop eating just to like move him somewhere else and have to like restart that process again.
I mean, you could go and get the food and then meet up elsewhere. You don't. She could still do the feeding in Wendy's.
Well, Wendy's wasn't the nicest. Their bathrooms were disgusting. It wasn't like the nicest place to be at.
What is
You were
what
the
is
ones choosing to stay there. What are you talking about?
wait,
Well-
what does the bathroom experience have to do with anything at this point?
the whole Wendy's experience wasn't great. So, anyways,
Okay.
so
So you thought, let's stick it out.
Let's stay longer.
I I was like, maybe we should go. I was very indecisive, and then the next guy who was standing
Great.
there was like, I ordered a number 8, which is this, and the lady at the counter is like, no, a number 8 is this, and
my
the
God.
lady at the counter was clearly looking at number 9, but they
Oh
argued
my
for like
God.
10 minutes about that.
See, don't you feel bad for lady with the dog now? Like,
No, I
clearly
don't. Here's what I
Counter
think
lady's a
happened.
problem.
Here, now, counter lady is a problem, but here's what I think is clearly happening. There's a long line. I don't know if she was new or like just weathered and tired of this shit. But clearly, counter lady, at this point, I don't feel like it was incompetence. I think it was malice. I think she was really making a meal, pun intended, of
Nice.
just being aggressively wrong at people to rile them because she was over this shit.
This is kind of a fun shtick at this point.
Oh. There's a guy in the corner right here.
Yeah, I know.
There's another guy in there.
Got him.
Sweet. So there's one person in front of me at this point. She goes to order, and I'm like,
I think you're still at Wendy's at this point.
I'm
Like, this is
still.
3 people in a row.
I'm
Just
still-
how
I think
terrible
I
it is.
think he's still at the Wendy's now. I think this call is from the Wendy's.
Well, I was like, at this point, let's just get this over with and just move on with our lives. I'm like, I don't want to waste any more time. Like, this has been too
Get
long
this over
already.
with. Like, how long have you been there at this point?
Probably 30 minutes.
So you're
maybe a
halfway
little longer.
through, and
No, he's actually a quarter way through.
and
crazy.
I love that your action there is like, let's just get through it. Let's just get the wrong sandwich, the wrong meal, and move on with our lives.
I'll do the complaining thing. We'll do that song and dance.
I'll just be like, this is wrong, remake it, and then just move on, right? So the lady in front of
You
me.
know what you should have done. Sorry, you know what you should have done. You should have gone up and been like, I want to order, and then just name a bunch of stuff you don't want, and then magically everything in your bag would be pitch perfect.
Yeah, just order things slightly wrong.
You go to it's like, you know what I don't want? Just anything but a Baconator. Don't give me
Yeah.
a Baconator.
That's a great idea.
Don't give me extra bacon on that baconator.
Also, do you like that this counter chick, she's like acting like she's a coffee barista? She's like giving people shit and stuff. Just like, I don't give a fuck about your customer experience.
Well, and the whole time, like when she takes someone's order, she goes to the back and she's like, you can clearly hear her say, "I'm fucking quitting right now. I'm fucking quitting right now." Like the whole entire time, the whole 30 minutes, she was quitting.
I love it. I love that for her. I hope she quit by the end of the day.
I
Anyway,
hope-
continue.
I hope so too. So the lady in front of me goes to order. She places her order, and then this counter chick like goes to the back again. And then I get a text from my wife, and she's like, "Do you just want to go to Arby's?" I'm like, "Yes, let's get the fuck out of here."
That was Arby's.
Yeah.
Arby's was amazing. Went
They
in,
or,
ordered
they
my
gave you what you
food.
ordered?
It was exactly what we ordered. The only
Nobody
issue
quit?
was nobody
no.
quit. The biggest issue was their sauces on the side weren't filled. I had to get like those packets.
I think
I
that's
think
a COVID thing.
yeah, that's a COVID thing. That's not on them.
Really?
I've seen
Yeah.
that at multiple places. Yeah, they don't have the self-serve condiments anymore.
I would
They don't
risk
trust
I would
whatever
risk
you're
COVID
used to.
for that Arby's sauce.
Jesus. What? I mean, I like Arby's sauce, but will you calm down? You just- I know that you think you're immune to COVID, but knock it off. Not even the best fast food sauce.
What's the best fast food sauce?
Go back to our fast food episode. We established it was that wasn't even the best Arby's sauce listed, right? Isn't the what the Arby's onion ring sauce got a shout out from Daddy-O?
I thought it was Burger King.
Yeah, that was
Burger King onion ring sauce.
Wasn't it Burger King? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's not my
Alright,
favorite
well-
though.
No, I think that's gross. We're just rehashing that episode. So I had a very different but also interesting, much shorter bad customer service experience. So
All right.
I went to this museum, and I was with a couple of friends. So this one friend's moving away from the city we're in, and she wants to like hit some of the museums before she leaves. And my company actually gives me free entry to a lot of museums. So I was like, I will go with you. Why not? So we went out to this science museum, and we went early to avoid like just a sea of children, which was the right move. And then
Definitely.
there was like a special exhibit we went into, which is like it was so dumb. It was just like
Has there ever been a good special exhibit at a museum?
well, that Lego one we did that one time.
Was that a special exhibit?
I think so. Yeah,
I think it
that's
was
a
just
special exhibit.
in the basement. We didn't have to pay extra for it.
That's because again, you came with me and I got us free tickets.
Oh,
Anyway, so we're in, and I didn't pay extra. I mean, I would have needed to pay extra, but I did not pay extra because I got free through work. So anyway, we're in this
Oh.
exhibit, and it's like a tour. Like there is a tour guide who's taking us through this thing, and at one point he's describing, and it's clearly supposed to be like his. I think it's probably his favorite part because it's like his chance at pyrotechnics. So he's talking about
I mean, that is fun.
he's talking about how like the miners, they're digging, they've got oil lamps with fire, obviously, and they're cutting away at stone in the deep dark, and there's methane in there. So sometimes they would hit a methane patch, it would leak gas, and it would blow them up. That's like a thing they would do. So they invented this device that was supposed to kind of prevent an explosion and kind of warn them ahead of time that methane was leaking. But it was flawed, and basically it could still blow you up. So he's showing us this device, and then he shows us, he puts it in a special little container, and he encloses it, and then he adds gas, and it does a big kind of pyrotechnic, and you see a quick flame, and it's not really that exciting, but I think it was like his favorite part, of the part that he was most like, this is where I get to be cool. Anyway, we're getting to that point. He's about to give his little speech about this device. And there was a couple with a small baby on this tour. And the baby got a little fussy.
Yeah, those are the worst.
So the baby got a little fussy, started kind of whining, and nobody cared. None of us cared. Nobody was bothered by it. It wasn't that loud. It wasn't that distracting. It was just like, and they went out of the way. They would go to the corner, away from the rest of the group to kind of calm her down or whatever. So it was all fine. But the tour guide, very quickly, as soon as the baby starts crying, he said, and I believe this is the quote, "Do we need to leave?"
Oh boy.
And he very quickly corrected himself and was like, he reframed it as like, if you want to leave, don't worry, you can always leave. I can you don't have to sit through the whole tour if you don't want to. But it was the tone when he said it,
Please get out.
It was clearly involuntary, what the fuck, you're ruining my moment. There was also early.
That's
the mask mandates are over, but for some reason, I guess because we were like in enclosed spaces on this little tour within the museum didn't have a mask requirement, but this tour did. And early on, we're about to go
for the black lung.
Exactly. So we're about to go on the elevator down to the tour, and he's giving his like intro speech about this tour, and he looks over at a woman and very quickly says, "Can you put your mask back on?" Which in and of itself was not a big deal, but then he, under his breath, but still very audibly, said, "It's been 2 years. I think we can do this."
This guy's great.
Yeah,
It was hilarious.
Someone with a child, it would be very funny if you snapped at me for having a baby. I'd be like, no, I'm not going to leave, but
I've gone to this tour twice.
yeah, we'll hang out all day. And this baby will not stop crying. It's not Muscle V's kid.
Yep. Mine will just sleep through it.
That's great. So real quick, just to end Cat Muscle V's story, it sleeps till 5 p.m. 5:30 p.m.
Yeah,
Something like
after
that.
so that took us like 2 hours at that Wendy's Arby's. So we're looking at like 1 o'clock at this point. He passed out as we got back in the car and slept until we stopped again at 5. And we actually woke him up to feed him.
This is madness. This is not how babies operate.
Jeeves, I'm pretty confident that if it was your baby, it would be the literal polar opposite. Like the amount of sleeping would be the amount of crying, and the amount of crying would be the amount of sleeping.
100%. It absolutely would be the inverse. And I wouldn't blame her either. It's like, this is a forever trip. Of course you should be pissed off at some point that you can't move around and stuff. It wouldn't be sleeping till 5:30. It'd be fucking crazy.
The other opposite is that, again, the ages are very different. It was basically a toddler versus a baby. But Muscle V's baby didn't mind me at all, whereas your baby really would have rather I had just fucked off.
It's true.
As soon as she saw me, as soon as I walked in, she said, and these are her first words. She had never spoken before, but it was her first words, and they were, "Do we need to leave?"
That's no joke. To be fair to her, she is normally a little better mannered than she was with you. Turns out that another thing trending up in my life, she's gotten 3 molars since you showed up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been fucking crazy. And she got another one coming. It's crazy.
Oh man.
So yeah, I feel for her a little bit.
I was never bothered by her distaste for me. I found it amusing, but I did feel bad that she was so. I was putting her off so much.
Yeah, don't worry. That would have been anyone, including us. So.
Was it the alien hands?
Those were not helping. Let me tell you.
They did not. She did make a face like my cousin did the one time. Just really funny.
Did your cousin have his child yet?
No, I don't. It's coming up soon. All right. So we have talked today that heat waves is the general theme. Part of a heat wave is that things are hot. So I have tasked the four of you, including myself, that's how I talk now, with doing the Power 3. So just to remind you, that is the best 3 things. So if anyone has anything different on their list than you, they've done it wrong and you have to correct them. But it's a Power 3 for things that are better hot. So that means it can't be things that can't be hot. So I told you, don't choose fire, for instance. That would be a nonsense pick. This has to be something that can be not hot, but is much better hot. Pantsman, you are our acting czar. So why don't you go ahead and choose the order for us tonight?
Oh, well, I think our humble host, Jeeves, should go first.
Okay.
Followed by Boo, because he'll fall asleep if he has to go further than second.
Not sure he's awake now, but fair enough.
Followed by Dixie, and I will bring up the caboose.
All right. A little JPMB. Whoop, JBMP. Nailed it. Fucking nailed it, baby. Okay, good. I get first pick. That's exciting. I am going with, I think, got to be the most obvious pick. It's even been a guest on our show already. It's got to be soup. Soup is much better hot. for reasons unknown, it can't even be cold. So
So are we saying in order or just things?
it
No
does have to
order?
be. It does have to be in order.
So your third thing is soup.
That's correct.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to argue with that because soup is like cold soup. I just don't get.
I don't think this is going to be something that we argue about people's
No, we're
choices.
going to argue a
I
little
think
bit.
it's going to be. I think it's going to be more that we argue about people's orders at the end.
Probably.
I will say, while my problem with it is that you are picking something that shouldn't be on the list at all because soup as a whole is just not that great.
Whoa! What? Oh my God! What a hot. Speaking of hot, what a take! Oh my God! You don't think soup is good? As the sandwich man himself doesn't do soup?
Not really. That's why I'm the sandwich man.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, but the soup and oh my good, I'm upset. Soup is. I would have soup with every meal if I could, if it was feasible.
I mean,
I
it's
would.
not infeasible. It's not that challenging. Not
Well,
that hard
I
to
think
make soup.
I think just the sodium count alone would be problematic. But
Oh, well.
gazpacho, I don't think should exist. I fucking hate. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
that's
Every time it
gross.
has garbage.
Yeah, definitely
Um,
gross.
But pretty much any hot soup, I am down for. Some of the veggie soups I don't really like, but I will make do with. Most soups I love.
Okay.
All right. All right. Boo, you were pretty quiet. What's your soup thoughts?
Well, I'm quiet because I don't want to get yelled at by my brother. Um,
Ooh.
I love soup. I prefer hot soup, but I'll eat any type of soup. I'll eat
You do
soup
you,
anywhere.
you do the gazpacho?
Yeah, but I would eat soup anywhere. I would eat soup in a boat. I would eat soup with a goat. I would eat soup on a roof. I would eat soup on an airplane. Damn, my rhyming skills are not great.
Do you think soup is good in Dr. Seuss book?
Yes,
Little green eggs and soup?
yes.
Okay, what's your third best hot thing, Boo? Or thing better
So-
hot, I should say.
So I went the non-food route, and I also,
You don't have to specify that.
well, it will make sense. I also am going to say my pick because I think mine is something that someone will say, so I'm going to say it now. And that would be hot showers.
Oh, I didn't even have that on my big board. That is a good one.
That is a great one. Nothing better than a hot shower. Somebody once told me that you really should do at least lukewarm showers because it's so much better for your skin. And it's like, I will let this skin melt off if it means I get my hot shower in the morning. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about my skin. Have you ever tried to do the cold shower run? Like to help you wake up and then you don't stay in the shower all day because it's nice.
Never.
No, never on purpose. I've had showers because like growing up with one water heater between three boys, it was definitely a thing where if you didn't get in like first or second, you were going to have a cold shower, and it was the worst.
Or like freshman year of college.
We had fine showers, didn't we?
It was fine.
I don't remember. I blocked those showers
Yeah.
out.
It was
Must be. I got kicked, by the way.
Yeah, I left because my screen was super glitchy, so
Oh, okay,
I
good.
left the thing.
Yeah, I don't think we didn't have cold showers, did we?
I mean, the showers were better than the toilets, but they weren't great.
Oh, those warm toilets. I hated those warm toilets.
Okay, shower is a good pick. I'm worried about your order though, Boo. And Muscle you didn't have to say anything. I know that you love a shower.
Yep.
When we lived together, you would take 8-hour-long showers. They couldn't possibly have been cold, or you would be dead.
Yeah, and they're all amazing.
Great. Every day was like a spa for you.
Spa day.
All right, what's your pick? What do you got for third best thing better hot?
My third best thing is, of course, pizza. Why would you eat cold pizza when you can have hot pizza?
Ooh, this is a controversial one. People
It's-
like cold pizza.
Yeah, they're stupid.
Yeah.
This is another case of me and Dixie being on the same wavelength in that I will tolerate cold pizza, but I absolutely do not understand the obsession and fascination with it. It's not better at all. It's much worse.
I don't know if I agree about much work. I mean, if it's just sitting out on the counter and it's just ready to go, you're like, I don't even need to heat this. I'm just eating. I'm good. We're bish bash bosh. Let's get out of here. I don't know if I agree.
Then
I think
you're an idiot then.
thank you, buddy. I think the best pizza I've had probably would be hot. But it's not like marketably different than cold pizza. I think that's just marketing in your head or something. I would be shocked.
What do you mean marketing in my head? Like the pizza business is trying to convince me to like hot pizza over cold pizza somehow?
Yeah, I think so. Because if it's a cold pizza, then you got to buy a new one. I think like Muscle V, I can't imagine. I've never seen you turn down a cold pizza, but I can't imagine you wouldn't eat it.
If I had to, I probably would, but it is absolutely not my preference.
So do you never heat? You always heat it up?
Yeah, I was put in a toaster oven.
We didn't have a toaster oven. We lived together for 4 years.
I'm talking about now. I don't remember what we did back then.
Okay.
Maybe microwave? I don't know.
I'm not buying this pick for you. For Pants Man, fine. I accept that. I don't think I'd buy that for you
Get
at
out
all.
of here, soup. I've never seen you eat a bowl of soup ever.
That's not true. I've
Guys,
seen
listen,
you eat many
just not
soups.
true.
You absolutely are somebody I've seen order the soup, even if it was like an extra thing. Like it didn't come with it. It wasn't an option. You just like, I want the soup.
I have a couple friends that know me as a lover of soup, which I think is a little excessive, but you've definitely seen me eat soup many times.
And it was cold every time.
It was, I mean, it probably wasn't. I probably would have heated it up every time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pants Man, you and Muscle V, food alignment as always. You guys probably need to come up with a team name at this point, and we got to work on the same, I think.
Sounds good.
We could be Team Vance, like a combination of V and Pants.
Love it.
Vance. Anyway.
Why don't you be Mance? Team Mance.
We're cool.
Oh, okay.
There's guys everywhere.
Didn't consider that.
So for me, I'm gonna make my third choice, and this is a total boo move. I don't think it belongs to number 3, but also I want to have something worthwhile on my list, and I just feel like I'm gonna lose this one if I don't say it now.
Oh boy.
So, the beach.
Okay.
Hot beach.
Interesting.
So you just want the sand to be hot? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
You want to go to the beach when it's cold out?
You're talking
You're
about
saying
the weather.
You're saying the weather.
You're saying the weather, not the beach.
Yeah.
Because I have the weather on my list, but I would never say it as the beach.
Yeah. The
No.
beach is
See, I don't
worst
like hot
avenue
weather.
of hot.
I'm not a fan of hot weather unless I'm at the beach.
So you're saying you want the sand to be
No, I'm not
hot.
saying the sand. I'm saying when you go to the beach, it's better hot.
So
That's
you're saying
the weather,
that-
though.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No.
But it's specific to the beach. I'm not saying hot
I mean,
weather
you're-
because I do not prefer hot weather in general. I prefer
Okay.
hot weather when I go to the beach.
You're saying beach weather.
Sure.
Okay. So again, saying the beach means you want sand and water. to
Yeah,
be
you
hot.
want-
That would be that's.
I think the pick counts. He's not going to win, but I think the pick counts.
Okay.
Do you want me to write beach weather, or do you want me to just put beach?
I don't care what you put. I've made it
I'm
clear
writing
what I
beach.
mean.
I'm writing
He said
beach.
beach. Yeah.
If
he
you
said beach.
if you were interpreting this as hot sand and hot water, you're incorrect. That's not what I said. I was very clear.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, even I'm gonna take what you're saying, not what you said at face value. Even like a cool beach night though is nice. You get like the bonfire on the beach. That's it. I don't think I've ever done it, but it seems cool.
I'm sure that is cool, but it's like this is all coming from this perspective of somebody who has very rarely taken a beach vacation. But most of the time when I've traveled to like places that are colder, and I'll go like I was in the North Sea, and it was like there was a beach. It was clearly a beach. It was everything you want in a beach, except for it was fucking gray and miserable, and you couldn't even touch the water because it was so cold. It was unpleasant.
I can't even really picture you at a beach.
Well, it's impossible to because when I take my shirt off, the reflection is blinding.
All right, this is a super weird pick for you. I'm actually shocked by this. All right. So moving on to number 2. So the second thing that is better when it's hot. I said soup before. Now I am going with similar to booze, but the better answer, a bathroom floor, especially when you're coming out of a shower, but always. When you got that heated floor, let's go, baby.
I mean, that's a pretty good pick.
I know.
Yeah, and I think that it's a good pick. I think that again, I think it's hard to argue with our picks. I think it's going to be the order that we argue with at the most at the end.
Well,
But
I will make one kind of pedantic argument, which is you gave me such shit for saying beach because you want hot sand. Oh, you want to have that hot sand? Well,
Yeah.
I don't think you want like scalding hot floor after a shower either. You don't really need hot.
No one said scalding hot.
I didn't say scalding hot beach, but you took it that way because you're weird.
All right, interesting argument. I mean, you're wrong. It's definitely a hot floor.
No, you don't want a hot floor.
Might be warmed.
Is it a lava floor?
Yeah, it's yeah. Oh, that's even better. Then it's a floor that you can't touch the ground. You have to walk around on your bathroom equipment to get out the door.
That'd be sweet.
That's exciting. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, change my answer to that.
The
Lava hot bathroom floor. Floor is lava, baby. Let's go. Coming out of the shower. Thank you for fixing that for me, Pants. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Boo, you would be terrible in a lava floor situation. You'd be my last pick for someone to have to deal with that.
okay,
What do you mean, okay? Do you agree?
no, but I can't talk that loud because my brother's going to yell at me.
So talk quietly and defend your point. Who would be worse than you?
Oh, nobody. I wasn't denying it.
You did
I was,
well. I asked if you disagreed. You said yeah.
No, I said okay. You said you'd be bad at it. I said okay.
All right. Okay. What's your second thing that is better when hot?
So I'm really going to sound like an old man with this pick.
You were going to anyway. Don't worry, buddy.
I'm going to go with a nice heating pad, like for your back.
Well, okay, that's not something that can be cold.
Yes, it can. You can have.
It's called
have
a
a cold-
heating pad.
You can have a cold pad. A cold.
So your
pad.
answer's a pad.
So you want
Yeah.
you do the icy hot, but you wait till it's hot. That's what you're saying?
Sure. Yeah, that's a good example.
What?
Just,
This feels very much like the fire answer. Like
Yeah, I think so too.
a heating pad. Like if you said like a blanket is better when it's hot, sure. But you said
I don't agree
a
with
heating
that, by the way, but yeah.
pad. Well, I don't agree with that either, but I'm just saying a heating pad, like by definition, is not going to be cold unless it's turned off.
well, there you go.
No,
Well,
that's
at that
not.
point,
There
it's not
you
a
go.
heating pad. It's just a pad.
Yeah,
Just-
get the
just-
fuck out of
just-
here.
Just wait till my number one answer.
You're,
Oh boy.
so you're. I guess if we're gonna give this to you, your answer is a thing you can put on your back. I guess.
Bingo.
You also don't have back issues. Why is this
I
your
do.
pick? No, you
Yes, I do.
don't.
I've had back issues since high school.
No, you haven't. You've never
I
once
have.
used a heating or cooling pad
Yes, I
in
have.
in our
used to-
presence.
I'm probably not in your presence, no. But
All-
I've been
all-
on.
You guys both lived with Boo. Have you ever seen him use any sort of heating or cooling pad?
I try to stay out of his situation when he's trying to relax. That's for him.
Wasn't the question.
I've had back issues since high school.
No, you
You
haven't.
Yes,
You
I have.
genuinely, in the 15 years we've known you at this
Yeah.
point,
Oh,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
never once mentioned back problems to us.
I know so many of your health
Time out.
ailments.
Time out. As we have said, I think in the show and like about once a month, I something on you guys that I've never told you before. So that continues with that trend.
It's just 'cause
I'm
you
not
make
saying this
things
is
up.
unprecedented. I'm just saying
None of
So
those
you've never
things have
mentioned this thing.
None of those things have ever been vetted out to be true. We can't trust any of those things you've dropped on us, including this. I don't believe this whatsoever. I don't believe that what's his face is real, and I don't think you ever used a heating pad. All right, I'm guessing that you've been smacked by your brother, so you can't defend the point. Okay,
Yeah, you're not really understanding that concept. They can't talk a lot tonight.
you can talk. It's
Keep
your.
it moving.
Will you tell him to relax? Go tell him to buy
Oh
him.
my
a
gosh!
drink.
You know what you need to do? You need to buy all that egg crate like foam that you can just soundproof your room.
Your freezer,
I'm-
knowing you.
No, as soon as the show starts making money, I'm going to build a soundproof studio.
Okay.
You're the
well,
sales director, so
yeah, you are the single reason we're not rich. Especially because you keep giving away our ad spots for free. Anyway, Muscle V, I could see you being into heating pads. I'm surprised you stayed fairly silent on that issue.
Well, I don't believe that fits in here, but I do like heated blankets though. I'm a fan of heated blankets. If it's
Ew.
cold, if it's
Oh my
cold
God.
outside, heated blankets
No.
are great.
Never. I never want a heated blanket.
why are you so opposed to this? What did he do to you?
I run hot in beds anyway.
Oh,
so
okay.
heated blankets like my
Makes sense.
nightmare. All right. Anyway, Muscle V, what's your pick?
So
Even though I'm mad at your theoretical pick.
my second pick, which is the right pick, is just weather in general is way better when it's hotter than it is when it's cold.
This
give
I. Go ahead.
No, you can go because I was going to say I can give this to you since he said beach.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I actually am going to disagree with this specifically because I chose beach. So I think in the context of a beach, absolutely hot weather makes sense. Any other context, I don't want hot weather. I want mild weather. I don't want to be fucking sweating and dehydrated and miserable. Hot weather sucks.
But if you're
As somebody with a 77-degree bedroom, yeah, I 100% agree with you.
if we're talking about hot and cold, just those two specifically, not mild, I would prefer it to be hotter rather than cold.
No, nobody said that. That's
I-
not the prompt.
I'm saying that.
He doesn't have things that can be hot or cold.
In my scenario, I'm saying that.
There's absolutely still lukewarm and medium in this.
Nope.
No, there is. It's the prompt is in an alternate universe.
It's in this universe.
Weather's a spectrum, Muscle V.
Yeah, I would never want the weather to be hot for sure. Yeah, I can rarely think of a scenario. Even beach, I don't need it to be hot. But beach, I think, is probably the best example.
Yeah.
Any other example, I don't want it to be hot at all. I'm with you.
No, see that's this is where I disagree. At the beach, you would good beach weather to be between 82 and 88 degrees. When I think hot, I'm also from a place in the south. When I think hot,
As I say,
yes, I do live in the south. To me, hot is 95 to 100 degrees because I'm a southerner.
what's above 100 degrees? Super hot?
Deadly.
Yeah, that's no, it's not deadly.
It is deadly.
Extreme heat.
Still, do you think, I
extreme-
mean, I hear your
extreme
point about
heat.
the beach. I don't know that I agree, but even then, like, if you're going to the beach or anything, if you're going to have hot weather, if it's going to be 100 degrees out, is there a place you'd rather be than the beach?
Maybe just a pool.
Yeah, a
88
pool over a beach.
switching though,
That's
by the way.
fair.
A pool over a beach if it's.
I think
yeah.
85 and above is definitely hot. I
My
like your
boyfriend in Taiwan, by the way, is just, if he's listening to this, he's not. But if he is, he's just like, you motherfuckers. So hot in Taiwan.
Oh, I was gonna say I
It
don't
was
know
like
Taiwan
it was
very
like
well.
February, and he's like, yeah, it's 85.
Oh wow. Well, do they have the opposite seasons, or is that like
No.
you're saying in winter?
He is still in the northern hemisphere.
I don't. Okay, I
Do
don't
you not
know.
know that? You didn't know that's the dividing line for whether the seasons are
There's-
opposite?
There's quadrants. I thought we each had our own season.
Did you think? Wait, did you think? Okay, so Australia is opposite. They've got summer and winter. So maybe that means that Asia has like spring in the summer or something. Like what the fuck were you thinking?
I think there's 4 quadrants, and we
Oh
each
my
have
God.
a season, and then it rotates.
That's not how this works.
No,
I'm
his,
only
Oh.
I'm only a little bit joking.
his toilets do spin the other way, right?
Yes, confirmed. Having never been there.
I think that might be a myth. I don't know.
Well, it's not. The Jeeves database knows this for sure.
Okay.
Quick score update. I have 49 and you have 48, Jeeves.
Whoa.
Whoa! We got an exciting one as we round out this Power 3. Holy shit!
And you know what
Um,
that means, listeners? That means there's just 5 to 10 more games for them to play to finish out this.
Very
No,
possible.
this is game 3. So we got you know what? Why don't we break up the action a little bit, Boo? Before you get kicked out of your apartment, why don't you do your ad spot tonight?
Lasagna, potatoes, pizza, fondue, chicken tikka masala, macaroni and cheese, soda pop, submarines. You like food? You're mad about how high it is to order food on apps? Well, just order a person. Uber People is the first app that will bring a chef to your house and cook any food you want. The only problem is you have to find them a ride home, but Uber Chef will get them to your house. Sign up for Uber Chef or Uber People. I just changed the name in the middle of that spot. We're gonna go with Uber Chef. Please go and download Uber Chef.
I hear it's Uber people in the UK.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Uber people sounds like there's just awesome people out there, and you can just meet them. I feel like there's 3. Well, sorry, who was that? Uber people we landed on, or Uber chefs?
Yeah.
Uber Chef.
Mhm.
So I like you had a nice broad business plan, and then you made sure to narrow it up.
I like how as you were naming foods, you forgot how to pronounce most of them.
He didn't forget. That's how he pronounces those words.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, Uber chefs and people. I love. There's like 3 different styles of Boo ad, and one of them is him just listing things. Anyway, I'm sure we're raking in the money from Uber people, which sounds illegal. I don't think you can just buy people to show up to your house. But anyway, so let's finish round 2. So Pants Man, you kind of got your answer stolen, but somehow it was made worse when Muscle B said weather. So what do you got for your second best thing?
I'm going back to the food well, and I'm gonna say, and I feel honestly really confident about this one, which is why I know you're all gonna shit on it. Tortilla chips.
Oh, what?
When you go to the restaurant and they bring you warm, hot, nice, fresh out of the fryer tortilla chips, it's the best. When you open that like bag of store-bought, cold, awful tortilla chips, like you'll eat them like you love them, but you don't, because you wish they were those wonderful fresh tortilla chips that are still hot.
So here's my only caveat. Are we really saying that tortilla chips come out hot, or is it more warm? Like I don't know if it really counts as hot.
You can eat tortilla chips lukewarm, or like room temperature, or like it just out of a bag.
You can't.
Tortilla chips absolutely can be hot. It's a horrible pick, but it definitely qualifies. Unlike pads.
Just wait till my number one.
I'm already mad. I don't agree with this pick at all. I don't ever need it to be hot.
Yeah.
Somehow you've taken bread, which is a good choice, and picked the worst version of it to be hot. Why didn't you say bread?
You're saying you would rather have like if you go to the restaurant and they bring you those tortilla chips, you'd rather wait till they got cold than eat them fresh?
No, I want to eat them as soon as they're placed down. I don't care what their temperature is.
I feel
I
like
could
it's been
care
a
less if
while.
it's hot.
It's been a while since I had tortilla chips at a restaurant that came out like hot.
Really? Well, I feel so bad for you.
Well, it's been a long time since I've been in a restaurant for
Yeah,
sure.
I haven't gone to. I've gotten Mexican takeout.
Oh, I
but-
see what this is. You guys have Stockholm syndrome, where
Maybe.
you're so used to not being able to get hot tortilla chips that you've just decided you don't like them.
Again, I have the memory that hot bread coming to the table is great. I've never once during COVID craved hot tortilla chip.
Oh my god, it's life.
medium temperature tortilla chip is perfectly adequate. Even if it's like on the cold side. I don't want it frozen, obviously, but like a cool chip with my salsa, not a problem
Yeah,
whatsoever.
it's fine.
Now the cheese, if I get like a queso hot cheese dip for the tortilla, hell yeah, that's way better hot. The tortilla chip is hot. I don't give a fuck. It was a terrible pick. You guys did horrible in this round.
Okay, soup.
I want to recap.
What's your number one?
Real quick? I'll recap the second round because it was fucking horrible. It started out good with bathroom floor, which you guys all agree. No one had any qualms with.
Not what happened, but go ahead.
And then pad. Legitimately, the word pad is what I had to write down. Weather, which we agreed was the worst use of that. And then tortilla chip. That was a fucking nightmare of a round. All right, I'm going to get us back on track, though. So, Power 3, this is the single best thing that is better hot. And that, of course, is the tub. I am an adult male. I have no use for a bathtub. I have plenty of use for a hot tub. Let's go. Clearly the right answer.
Are you saying tub or hot tub?
Yeah,
Tub.
there's
It's a tub.
confusion.
Yeah.
You said tub like the
You
bathtub in
said
your
tub,
house.
like
Yeah.
I'm
you
saying
want to take a bath. That's what
I'm
you said.
saying-
You want to take a hot bath.
Yeah.
I'm saying a tub is better hot. I don't need it to ever be cool or warm or whatever. I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's in someone's bathroom. I don't care if it's out in the lawn. I don't want it to be lukewarm or cold.
I actually thought about saying that one, but I just felt like it was too similar to shower, so I didn't say it.
It's
That's
basically
fair.
shower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I agree.
No, because
Yeah.
a cold shower people do. Hot tub, that's like a party.
You didn't say
Also,
hot
I feel
tub.
like
you said
people-
tub.
Again,
people
It's
do
the same
cold
tub.
tubs too. By the way, people do cold tubs all the time.
yeah. Thank you, Bill.
Every NFL player does a cold tub, but I still.
You
don't
could
think
have
it's
done
shower.
spring, like a cold spring, who cares? But a hot spring, that's great.
I've never done a spring. Do people actually go into springs? I have no idea.
I've been in spring.
I don't believe you. Sounds made up. All right. Anyway, I'm glad I got us back on track. Boo, thank you for defending me correctly. Those two are idiots. What is your number one best thing better when hot?
So,
And how mad are we all going to get?
I mean, it might get us canceled. I'm gonna go with people. Hot people are better than
Oh.
hot people.
Fuck. That was what I was gonna pick.
Exactly. I knew someone was gonna say it.
Damn. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna fight that one because it's true.
I'm gonna fight this one. How come you've never chosen to hang around any hot people?
First off, I like how in that comment you managed to disparage yourself.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. No qualms.
And I'm pretty sure if you look, me and my high school friends are some of the most attractive people in America.
You can hear in the episode that Stocks is on. That's just not true. I don't think you like hot people that much. Hot people are a pain in the ass.
As somebody who is a hot person, I don't think
You are
I'm a
not.
pain in the ass.
You're a
Can I ask you what-
traditional
wait,
American
I'm
pretty
not-
boy.
I have a scientific experiment I'd like to perform. Dixie, can you tell me the woman who was doing Wendy's, and honestly both of them, the one with the dog and the one who was bad at taking orders, hot or not hot?
Oh, good question.
Not hot.
Both of them?
Both of them. They're older.
Trash people, and they were not.
If either one was hot with the experience, would you have gotten the Wendy's?
Maybe.
That moved the needle.
This is honestly.
If the lady at the counter was hot, but she still acted the same way, it wouldn't have changed a thing. So I guess we'd have to see.
Yeah, all right. Hot
Okay.
people, probably a problematic answer, but a good one. So I'll give you that, Boo. Muscle V, you notoriously hate hot people, despite what you just said. What about you? What's the best thing that's better when it's hot?
Yes, I would say the pool. Why are there
What?
pools that do
What
not?
are you talking? What?
Why
You
are there
know,
pools that do
pool?
not have heaters?
There's
It
no
is.
hot pool.
Again, this
But-
is another instance where you want something that
I
is
want it.
warm.
I want it to be hotter.
No one has ever said they
No.
want a hot pool.
I want a hot
You-
pool.
If you
I
if
hate
you were
cold
saying,
water.
if you were saying, and it's pretty clear from what you're describing that you're not, but if you were saying that my answer of the beach really should have been and was like the weather at the beach, I agree with what Jeeves said earlier that actually the pool is probably the best scenario if you want to have a hot day and someplace to swim. Like that would have been a good pick. But you went with pool specifically meaning the water itself should be
Yes.
hot.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going out of your way to be crazy.
I want it to be hot. I hate cold water. It is the worst.
You want a caliente pool,
I
but
want
actually,
mucho caliente.
God.
this is a crazy answer. Like,
No,
this
it is
makes
not.
no sense.
The pool at our rec center for the first like 4 sessions we had with my son was like very nice temp, and then the last 4, it was freezing. Why? Why is that a thing?
Do you like it because no one's in the pool with you?
No, I like it because I hate being cold.
Okay, but like, no one wants to be in freezing cold pool, but like, hot, even like aggressively warm pool sounds fucking terrible.
Nope.
Okay, this is a horrible pick. Worst one on the whole. I'd rather you say. I wish you would have said pad.
Nope, it's the right pick.
To almost no one in the world. All right, Pants Man. Send us out with a bang. Please do better than pool.
All right. Almost all of our picks were either around soaking in some form of water or eating something. Like that was most of these picks.
There's actually significantly less food picks than I expected.
I'm going to say I'm gonna really change it up. I'm going to say my answer is blooded.
Is what?
Blooded. Better
What are
to be
you-
hot-blooded than cold-blooded.
Oh my
Oh
god.
God,
What?
that was a stretch. That's a stretch right there.
Oh boy.
If you want to be a lizard, you go for it. I'm happy being a mammal, my friends.
I just how do you even argue that?
You can't because it's the best pick.
Yeah, you know what? I want to give you more shit for this, but it's the correct answer. Hot cold-blooded sucks. You got to hang out on a rock. That's what you do for fun.
That's what you do is to
I think you-
survive.
Yeah, I think you're taking this one, Pants Man. That's a great pick.
This was literally, it took the entire game and literally last-minute pick. This is not pre-planned or thought about at a time. This is an in-the-moment pick, which are always the best.
So you, for most of it, he usually just Googles something.
And then gets it wrong anyway.
still blows it. Yeah.
No, mine were clearly the right answers.
Your answers were fucking horrible, bro. You have a reverse order problem, and 2 of your answers are shit. Oh man. Oh boy, guys,
I
this
should
was
have
a disaster.
I should have gone with heating pads. I had
Obviously,
other
obviously,
answer.
you shouldn't have gone with heating pads. That doesn't even make sense.
What I was going to go with was heated seats. That's what I should have done.
Oh,
See, that would have been a great
That's a
answer.
good answer. Yeah, you
I'm
should
now
have said
mad that
that.
nobody picked that answer. That's a top answer.
That's the top answer. That is a very good answer. Where were you 2 hours ago? That's
I can't believe you didn't even consider hot showers, Ryan.
fuck you. First of all,
Oh,
Jeeves.
Teddy, whatever your name is.
I
Teddy.
don't need this. I actually don't like a hot shower specifically because I set it to like too hot out the gate, and then you can't ever go back down. You're just stuck with whatever the hottest temp you've landed on, and you can only make it go hotter.
What are you talking about?
Otherwise, it's unsatisfying. Like say there's
If I,
10
well, no, wait a minute. If I get in and I'm like, this burns me, I will turn it down.
It's exclusively for if you can't stand the temperature. If it's just like slightly too hot, there's no going back from that. You're just
Well,
stuck
I will
with it.
say I do it less now because I have a much better water heater and I don't have to share it. But when I was younger, the water would start to kind of cool off, but you could turn, like it would start to become just warm and not hot. But then briefly, you could turn it up a notch in the heat and it would bring it back to really, really hot. Not for long, but you could do that and it was the best feeling.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's like a weird delayed gratification thing for the shower.
And I won't deny that most of the time I would still overshoot it. Instead of just be like, okay, I got my fix of hot, I'm out. I would
That
just
doesn't
like
count.
still let it get cold again and just be miserable.
I'm aware of Muscle V. It was cool though. Yes, I have some beefs with the hot shower, and yeah, like also I think like you kind of hit on if the hot shower runs out and you only have cold water left, it awful. You just have to. Hopefully, you're not mid soaping.
Oh God, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Well,
So I got some beefs, Boo. I got some beefs with the shower.
just so you know, you need one more to tie because I did get my one.
Oh shit! So I have to get a kill here.
You have to get another kill.
Oh, that's exciting. Good stuff. How do we want to resolve the who won this? Because I don't think any of us did well.
You know what? I'll just take it. I'll just take the win.
I mean, you didn't do particularly well, but you might have won. All right, we're gonna do a voting thing. Oh, I didn't get the kill. Muscle V takes the game. Oh, this is
Oh
bullshit.
yeah.
Wait, I got 2 kills. Oh,
Yeah,
one's
one of them-
No,
one of them's a
one's a
card.
backup. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, devastating. Okay, I'm gonna quickly recap the picks, and then we will vote on it, and then we'll see how long that takes. But we'll probably do a bit listener mail and get out of here. All right. So, I chose the best order, obviously. I chose soup for 3, bathroom floor for 2, tub for 1. Boo chose showers, pads, and people. Muscle V chose pizza, weather, and pools, the actual water. Pants Man chose beaches. He claims the weather of beaches, tortilla chips, and the blood of people.
When
So
you say it like that, it sounds a little vampiric.
how it sounded at first.
Yeah, it sounded
Um,
like when you were drinking blood, you wanted it like hot.
Yes, it did sound that way.
You're like blood.
You wanted caliente blood
Yeah.
when you're getting your pizza. Okay, so I'm gonna go first. Muscle V, you did so fucking bad. I can't even consider it. And Boo said pad, so I do think Pantsman, you got to get my vote. So Boo, who are you choosing?
Again, I think I have to go with Pants Man only because your guys were so bad.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Soup, bathroom floor, tub. How is that bad?
I don't count tub because I said shower.
You defended tub.
I did not. You acted like I did. I didn't say anything to defend that. I just said
You,
there's
you
something
said
that's
they
cold.
could be
tub.
cold. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not a defense.
that's an absolute rock solid defense. All right. Muscle V, who are you voting for?
Since Pantsman is gonna win anyways, I know I can't vote for myself, but I'm still gonna do it.
You
What?
can't.
No, you can't.
You
That's
cannot
not
vote
an
for yourself.
Yeah,
Are you abstaining? You also
I-
can't do that.
I
You have to choose
I disqualify.
Pants
Pantsman.
I
You have to choose
disqualify myself.
Pantsman, Boo, or myself.
I'm disqualifying myself.
Okay.
You don't get to. That's not
I'm
a thing.
I'm gonna give that vote to me.
Sure.
Great.
Well, Muscle V, I got news for you. That may have been a big mistake because by abstaining in the rules of this democracy, which are really specific bylaws we have when it comes to voting, for some reason Jeeves gets to vote for himself.
Well, I guess as czar, I should give you the power to give 2 votes. I
Well,
guess.
I'm not gonna fight it because honestly, looking at the options before us, I can't choose anybody but Jeeves, which
That's
ties
correct.
this up.
That's correct.
We're tied.
All right, I'll figure out a tiebreaker in the meantime. Oh, that is
We
problematic.
could do
though.
like France and just do a runoff election.
Okay, why don't we just do why don't we do a tiebreaker pick? We'll just see who comes up with the better thing.
So basically, well, I was gonna say, okay. I thought I was gonna give Chiefs and Boo a chance to see if they wanted to pick different people.
No. We'll pick just a fourth item.
Okay,
We
all
can
right.
slot fourth. It can't be already on the board, and we'll let Boo and Muscle V figure out who did better.
Okay, who goes first?
I go first. We'll just keep order.
Should probably
You're
rock
the
paper
czar
scissors
still.
this.
No reason to do that over the phone. Okay, so my pick for emergency tiebreaker choice is Streaks.
Who?
So streaks exist, but a hot streak is the best version of one.
I thought you said drinks.
I thought you said
No,
that too.
that's a horrible pick.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
I mean, yeah, that's. I like it for the fact that it's just using the word hot and then a thing that usually comes after the hot. Like that's great, but obviously I'm a fan of that with my hot-blooded answer. But yeah, I'm gonna go with.
You're telling me you don't like the blood to actually be hot? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I would say because hot streak, sure, I hear it. And I would love to just sweep by stealing an answer we've already heard, but was not technically chosen, which is seats, heated seats.
That would win, but you're not allowed to use it.
That you can't use that. I'm going with and again, when this goes back to food, it's kind of a basic one. I never used it because it just seemed too simple, but I'm out of other ideas, so I'm saying sandwich. A cold sandwich is never as good as a hot sandwich.
Oh yeah,
Was
fuck that shit.
Were you guys shocked that this didn't make Pants Man's top 3 to begin with?
Yeah.
I'm not shocked because I understand why he did not choose it. But I guess I'll let Muscle V vote first.
I'm gonna go for
How generous of you.
I'm gonna go for sandwich for sure.
That's not surprising.
Hot streak's cool and all, but give me a cold sandwich. Fuck you.
Okay. Breathe. You eat cold
Um,
sandwiches all the time.
No, I hate cold sandwiches. They're the worst.
Oh my god.
Who are you?
No,
What is going
he
on with
is.
you?
I would saw him take a cold surge and say, fuck this shit, throw it out the window and leave.
No, you didn't.
Yep,
Throw it out the window.
yep, throw it out the window in a passing car.
Oh. Why were you eating a cold sandwich while driving?
No. We were outside and a car was driving by. We were in a building and he threw it out.
Oh, of course. Very normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Boo, what's your vote?
Neither pick was good. They were both very boring.
Not the question.
I will go with the pick from the man who we call Pants Man.
I thought you forgot my name again. Did you
No,
just pick it because you didn't want this to continue?
No,
Is that why you went second?
Because
Were you just going to go with whatever Muscle V said?
No, because I actually didn't even think about that. That would have been smart. But I went with hot treats is just a little boring, and I'm a little hungry right now. Wait, let me finish. And I'm a little hungry right now, so that probably is part of it. 'Cause I'm hungry. So
I was gonna say you love a hot streak. You're a huge sports fan. A streak in sports is great. Like get out of here.
well, think about what you just said. A streak in sports is great. Sometimes cold streaks are just as entertaining in sports as hot streaks.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I also think you would settle for a cold sandwich right now, though.
No.
Oh, apparently you two are much bigger hot sandwich guys than I realized.
I don't think I've ever ordered a cold sandwich if there's a hot sandwich option available.
Exactly. I 100% agree.
I don't think you've never been a. Let me think about this.
If there was an option for a hot sandwich, I would always choose the hot sandwich.
Pan, you're a sandwich guy. Tell me a time when you would have ordered a cold sandwich and been fine with it. Sorry, bud.
I'm trying to. I genuinely am trying to think. The only thing I can think of is like. I mean, I like a cold. Obviously I can do a cold sandwich fine, but it's always better hot. I'm trying to think of anything that I'm like, no, it's got to be cold. and I just can't.
So I am mad that your losing streak counter is dead on. This is a really good counterpoint.
Well, one counterpoint for why the hot streak would have been the better answer is that ironically, by winning this, this makes it kind of a hot streak for me.
Yeah, I know. It's super annoying. It is super annoying. I think the ratings are for 3 or 4 days straight.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look, but it's something
Didn't Boo
upsetting.
win? Didn't Boo win the,
No, I
the
won.
clothes one, the fashion
Yeah.
one?
That was
How long ago was that?
4 or 5 episodes ago, I think.
Oh, I think he's right.
I mean, Boo wasn't at half of them, but you know.
So it was fashion followed by spring break. Who won spring break?
I don't think we
you-
had.
Yeah, we did a non-voting, so you were. Oh, so Boo was ratings are. I'll go back and
Yeah.
look at it. I'll get
Anyway.
the streak numbers for you.
Okay.
I want you guys to know that I threw this to Lil Fuse, and she said crossed buns.
What?
Crossed buns, like hot crossed buns.
What is a crossed bun? What's a hot cross
It's
bun?
the game
You never heard
those
of-
kids play.
You never heard hot cross buns? First of all, like the world's greatest. You never heard the song "Hot Cross Buns"?
I'm looking it up. I've never. So
Boo,
My
can you
quick-
sing this for me real quick? Little
Hot
Boo
cross
Karaoke.
buns. Hot cross buns. Boop, 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 boop.
1 a penny, 2 a penny.
I love a pastry, which is what I'm assuming these are based on what I'm seeing on the internet.
I
I've
believe they're
never
just.
in
I
my
believe
life-
it's just a loaf of bread.
I've never in my life seen this particular style of loaf of bread. Never seen it.
It's definitely old school, but the point is, it's like a great song. I can't believe you've never heard of Hot Cross Buns. It's the
Never
easiest
once.
song to play on the piano. Ugh, you got some homework to do.
Okay.
Disappointed in you, in particular, not the other two who did a horrible
And yet,
job.
and yours are.
I know it's a dystopia we're in right now.
I think I've crossed into emperor. Is that fair to say?
I think that's a downgrade.
Really?
No, I don't know. I don't know different countries' ranks and how you compare them. I'm gonna say it would be a downgrade. So yeah, you can be Emperor Pantsman for now.
Whatever.
Speaking of Czar, Emperor, whatever you're feeling today, why don't you give us some listener mail?
All right. There's a slight risk that I wrote this or read this, I should say, so long ago.
You
But
can't
I don't
read the
know.
handwriting?
I honestly don't know if I've already read this one on the air, but we're gonna read it. That's the sound of me opening it, even though I just said I read it.
Yeah, good opening sound.
Dear Abby, my husband won't touch me anymore ever since the surgery. I'm worried that his love for me is waning just because I had a unicorn horn installed on my dome.
Whoa.
I think it looks pretty. What can I do to attract him again? I've tried neighing. I've tried having him ride me. I've even tried speaking to him exclusively in a Scottish accent. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is getting me that dick. Please help, horny lady in Seattle.
Oh boy. Is Horny Lady her name, or is that like her alias?
She
She
said,
didn't say-
"Dear Abby." I think this is. I think this was meant for that column.
Yeah.
But
Question stance.
in those columns, they don't give a real name. They give like a name that's like a description of their situation.
Oh. Okay. Well, thank you, Horny Lady. I'm sorry you don't know how addressing works. So the question obviously.
I also
wasn't
want to
addressed-
just quickly interrupt you to say that usually in the response, they really abbreviate the name. So you would just call her, "Hey, horny."
Wouldn't I call her Horn Lady?
No, because she's horny lady. So you don't want to call her the full name, horny lady. It's like
No, I said
if
Horn.
I gave you my
Horn Lady.
full name,
I dropped the Y.
you can abbreviate a little bit more than that, I think.
Horn Lad.
Anyway, what were you going to say to her?
Well, no, I was saying, so she obviously didn't address it to any one of us, and she sent it to the wrong place. So it's
Right.
open to all of us.
Still a
Excellent.
question.
Thank you, horny lady. I think the question was, how can she attract her man,
Yeah.
even though she has a horn on her head? So obviously, Boo, we're starting with you since you're going to get thrown out of your apartment.
What is the question? Can you read it back to me?
Yeah, if you lady's got a horn on her head, her man's no longer attracted to her despite said horn. What is she going to do to get him back all hot and bothered?
Oh, that's easy. Just go find another man. Go find some guy that will do you. Just
Move on.
Problem solved.
Oh, okay. Unconventional. Did she say she was married or just in a relationship?
She did call them a husband, but I would still count that as inconclusive.
Okay. Muscle V, what would you tell her?
Yeah, don't like mammals. Don't they make like signals in their water to, or like fish or whatever, whales? Don't they make like signals in their water to attract other animals? Other
That was
What
quite
just
the
happened?
journey you took us on, Attenborough.
What happened in that answer? What?
Don't. She should make a signal or a song or whatever to attract
Your
him
first
back.
sentence was, "Don't mammals make sound underwater?"
It's been a long day.
I love that you heard unicorn and thought, I think we're talking about narwhals, right?
Let me immediately go to the sea.
It's all the same.
Is it?
Well, she did say she's tried neighing.
Yeah, but not.
She-
She didn't say under the water though.
Yeah,
No.
she didn't try into the water.
She should get her pool nice and hot and then go in and start neighing underwater.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, we're talking heat waves, but you can't be talking about cold-blooded animals for this warm-blooded animal problem.
It's probably gonna work.
I don't think so. You said record an album underwater. Is that what your final answer is?
I did not say record an album. I said sing a song or make some kind of animal signals or whatever the hell they do. Animal sounds.
Okay. Love it. So I assume that she didn't specify, but I assume I'm gonna go. By the way, Pants,
Yeah,
you can go last.
That's fine. That's fine.
I assume that she put the horn dead center. I don't think it specified that. It's probably throwing him off a little bit because he's like looking at it and getting a little cross-eyed. So we got to help balance out his vision a little bit. We're just gonna add horns all over, so he doesn't have to stare just at that horn.
Doubling down.
Actually, like quad-billioning down. I want at least 1 billion more horns.
Okay. It's certainly more horny. I don't know.
Yeah, make her hornier. That should help.
I don't know about that. I would say, and I've said this my entire life. You can attest to this. Love making is attraction.
You say that phrase a lot.
Love making and attraction. It's all about the shoulder work. It's 100% in the shoulders. She
You have
needs to
said-
do
You have
a
honestly said
vibrant,
that a lot of times.
a vibrant and demoralizing dance with her shoulders. Just move those shoulders. He won't even remember there's a horn. He'll be so aroused by the shoulder work that she will get that dick.
What's your number one recommended shoulder move?
The shimmy, man. You gotta shimmy them. Shimmy them shoulders.
What's your number two recommended shoulder move?
Double shimmy.
Great. Well, there you go, horny lady. If that doesn't help you out, I don't know what will.
If you really are if he's not buying it, triple shimmy.
No, you can't triple shimmy. That's just
It's
This is
dangerous.
giving it
That's why
away.
you don't start with it, because it's very dangerous. It's like a love potion. It can bring in the mailman, the neighbor. They're gonna feel it. And so it's really risky that you're gonna get too much attention. So you want to save it. But if he's really struggling with him, triple shimmy.
if triple shimmy doesn't work, immediate divorce is needed. It's the only action you can take. Boo's right. You got to move on.
I think you'd have to, because at that point he's not a man, and you don't want to be involved in a bestiality situation.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. Okay. Well, do you want to tell people how they can contact us in the future to write more?
Absolutely.
questions?
All you have to do is grab a pen, realize it has no ink in it. So throw that out. Well, just put it back. Maybe there is. If you just leave it upside down, maybe it'll get back. So go ahead and keep it. But then find like a
every
pencil.
time.
find a pencil or some kind of writing instrument. Find some paper. Scrap paper will do. Scribble out your question for us, and then post it right to our PO box, wherever it is.
Great.
I think you have to buy stamps too. Still, I think that's still one of the steps, but I didn't cover
if
that.
Not if you use stamps.com and you use promo code WTF. Get a discount.
That's not
Basically
our
free.
promo code, but we do want to throw Mark Maron a little bit of coin.
I mean, the promo code works whether it's ours or not. Like, just because we don't get kickbacks doesn't mean it doesn't work. It's still a hot tip. All right, let's go on and get out of here before things get too hot. Muscle, what do you have for us?
Spring break. Yeah.
That was harking back to his worst intro of all time. Boo, what do you have for us?
Did he leave?
Oh, yeah, no. I'm about to talk. If you are scared, don't worry, because the Boo will always have your back.
Worth the wait.
Pants Man, what do you have for us?
Pants. Everybody.
Thank you. And I want to thank all of you for sticking with us tonight. I hope you had a good time talking heat and hot stuff, debatably, and definitely not cold stuff. But you can join us tomorrow again, hopefully around 10 o'clock, assuming the hackers don't get to us. But I think we threw them off our trail. So we should see you tomorrow night. Can't wait. And until then, I want to remind you, why have things cold when you could have them hot, like a pad? COD Daddy's out.